Many people are struggling due to inflation and low wages, but there's hope. Learn how to save money on a low income with these simple money-saving tips. Hey everyone, do you ever feel like your paycheck isn't stretching far enough? Are you tired of barely making ends meet? If so, you're not alone. For many people, living on a tight budget is a regular reality. In this video, we'll share some money-saving tips so you can make the most of your income. We'll show you how to save money on a low income and start living within your means. So if you're ready to get your finances in order and start saving, let's get started. But before that, make sure to click the subscribe and bell icon, and let's do this together. When you have a job that you don't love, it can be hard to stay motivated. That's why it is so important to focus on your future and work towards something better. One way to do this is by getting financially educated, learning how money works, and how to maximize your income for the long term. The first step in financial education is understanding basic financial concepts such as budgeting, saving, investing, debt management, and retirement planning. Having a good grasp of these concepts will help you make smart decisions with your money and ensure that you are making the most of your income. One great way to become more financially savvy is by taking advantage of free resources such as online courses or books about personal finance topics. There are also plenty of blogs devoted entirely to helping people get smarter with their finances. Take some time browsing through those sites for tips on budgeting, investments, taxes, and more. Another helpful tip when aiming for financial freedom is setting up an emergency fund so that unexpected emergencies don't derail all of your savings efforts. Try putting aside at least 10% of each paycheck into an emergency account so that if anything happens unexpectedly, like needing costly car repairs, you'll have the funds available without having to worry about dipping into other accounts or acquiring additional debt. Finally, developing multiple streams of income can also help pave the path toward achieving financial security even when living on a tight budget. Consider looking for ways to increase your current salary, such as negotiating raises, or look outside traditional employment opportunities such as freelancing or starting side hustles like selling items online or renting out property space on Airbnb. This extra income could be used specifically for long-term investments or paying off debts quickly, both strategies which will put you well ahead in terms of achieving greater economic stability over time. One of the biggest areas where you can save money on a low income is by reducing your expenses. This means taking a close look at all the bills and costs associated with daily living, from housing to transportation to food planning, and finding ways to lower them. When it comes to housing, consider looking for alternative options, such as renting out an apartment instead of buying a house, or downsizing if possible. Additionally, look into programs that offer rental assistance or subsidized housing, as this could help cut down your monthly payments significantly. When it comes to transportation costs, try exploring alternatives like carpooling or using public transport whenever possible. Or if you have access to one already, ride-sharing services like Uber or Lyft may be beneficial too. Food planning is another area where you can easily save money on a low budget. Plan meals in advance and avoid eating out whenever possible. Look up recipes online that are affordable yet nutritious so that you're not compromising on health while trying to save money. Buying in bulk when appropriate also helps drive down prices, since purchasing larger quantities usually results in discounted rates per item. Finally, don't forget about coupons. These are great for getting discounts on groceries. One of the most effective ways to save money on a low income is by rent hacking. This involves taking advantage of loopholes or special deals that can help you lower your monthly housing costs. The first step in rent hacking is to shop around for the best deals. Look at listings online and compare prices, amenities, and other factors such as location. If possible, try negotiating with landlords for lower rates or signing longer leases so that you can get discounts on rent over time. Moreover, some cities have rent control laws that limit how much landlords are allowed to charge tenants. Research these regulations in your area before signing any rental agreement. You may also want to consider options like house sitting or couch surfing while you search for a more permanent home. This could be a great way to save money while still having access to basic necessities and getting an idea of what kind of areas fit into your budget range? Finally, living with roommates or housemates is another popular option among those looking to reduce their rent payments. Just make sure everyone involved is able and willing to pay their portion each month. Geo-arbitrage is another great way to save money on a low income. This involves moving from one location to another, either temporarily or permanently, in order to take advantage of lower living costs. Before committing to geo-arbitrage, it's important to do your research. Figure out what cities or states offer the most affordable housing, transportation, and other amenities that you need in order to live comfortably. You may also want to consider places where job opportunities are plentiful, so you can make sure you can find steady work once you move there. Once you've settled on a place, look for housing options such as apartments or houses for rent that fit into your budget range. Don't forget about looking into subletting situations if possible. Additionally, investigate potential employment opportunities before making the move so that you know exactly how much money will be available after taking care of expenses like rent and utilities. While moving away from home isn't always easy, especially when considering factors like family and friends, it could be an incredibly rewarding experience if done correctly. It's easy to find excuses when it comes to saving money on a low income, from "I don't have enough time" to "I just can't afford it." But the truth is, anyone can learn how to save money, even on a tight budget, if they are willing to put in the effort. The key here is taking action and staying motivated. This could mean setting specific financial goals, like paying off debts or growing your savings account and working towards them each month. It also means developing healthy spending habits, such as tracking expenses, creating a budget, and following through with it every month. It is so important to understand that learning how to be more mindful of where your money is going will help you make smarter decisions with your finances so that you're not wasting valuable resources needlessly. Take time each week or month to analyze your spending patterns. Are there any unnecessary costs that can be eliminated? Doing this consistently will help ensure that you stay on track with achieving all of your financial objectives over time. When living on a tight budget, it can be hard to accept that you can't have everything. Many people make the mistake of trying to keep up with the Joneses and end up spending more than they should in order to maintain their lifestyle. The truth is, realizing that you don't need or can't afford certain luxuries or non-essential items is an important part of learning how to save money on a low income. That doesn't mean giving up all your wants entirely, but rather being mindful about what purchases are truly necessary and which ones could potentially break the bank if not managed properly. For example, instead of eating out every night, look for ways to make affordable yet delicious meals at home. Instead of constantly buying new clothes or gadgets, shop around for secondhand items. And instead of splurging on expensive vacations or weekend getaways, consider taking shorter trips closer to home where prices tend to be lower. It can be easy to fall into the trap of believing that shopping will lead to happiness. But when living on a tight budget, it's important to remember that true contentment doesn't come from buying things, it comes from being stress-free. In addition to focusing on building up your savings, make sure you take time for yourself each day too. This could be as simple as taking walks outside, reading books, or listening to music. Anything that helps clear your mind and bring joy into your life without breaking the bank. In conclusion, there are a lot of great ways to save money on a low income, from rent hacking and geo-arbitrage to reducing expenses and developing multiple streams of income. Making smart decisions with your finances can help ensure that you stay within your means, even when living on a tight budget. But remember, true happiness comes from being stress-free, not from shopping. By following these tips, you'll be well on your way toward achieving financial freedom over time. Thanks for watching. We hope this video has been helpful. What are your thoughts? Do you have any other great tips to save money on a low income? Tell me in the comments section below. Also, if you're new to this channel, I strongly encourage you to subscribe and click the like button. You can also keep up with all of my most recent videos. See you in the next one.